Now, here are a few conversations with infinitive of reason or purpose. My friend enrolled at a local school. Did he say why he enrolled there? He enrolled there to improve his English, he said. I suspect he did it to satisfy his boss. I have come to see Alice. Sorry, she left for the library about 10 minutes ago. I wonder why she went there. I think she went there to meet someone. Could I borrow some money from you? What do you need it for? I need it to pay my telephone bill. All right, but I'll have to stop at the bank to get it. John has changed his plans in order to go with us. I'm glad that he was able to change them. In order to change them, he had to speak to Mr. White. It was nice of Mr. White to give John permission. I'm here to get some details about this classified ad. I'm sorry, but you'll have to write to the advertiser. Why must I write to the advertiser? In order to get information you want. Now here are a few examples where we shall learn how to combine two different sentences to make one single statement. Example 1. I enrolled in a course. I wanted to improve my English. Now both of these lines can be combined into one single statement as I enrolled in a course to improve my English. Now this statement fulfills the purpose of both of the earlier two statements. Example 2. He shut the window. He wanted to keep out the noise. Now both of these can be combined into one single sentence as he shut the window to keep out the noise. Example 3. They questioned us. They wanted to find out the answer. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as they questioned us to find out the answer. Example 4. She went to the store. She wanted to buy groceries. Now both of these can be combined in one single statement as she went to the store to buy groceries. Example 5. The boys ran fast. The boys wanted to get there on time. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as the boys ran fast to get there on time. Example 6. I had to do that. I wanted to satisfy my boss. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as I had to do that to satisfy my boss. Example 7. We went back later. We wanted to see it again. Now both of these can be combined together as we went back later to see it again. Example 8. Mary informed Mr. Brown. Mary wanted to hear his reaction. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as Mary informed Mr. Brown to hear his reaction. Example 9. You called your friend. You wanted to get help. Now both of these can be combined into one single line as you called your friend to get help. Example 10. His wife gave him a list. His wife wanted to remind him. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as his wife gave him a list to remind him. Example 11. He went to bed early. He wanted to get additional rest. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as he went to bed early to get additional rest. Example 12. I borrowed some money. I wanted to pay for the tickets. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as I borrowed some money to pay for the tickets. Example 13. They stayed at home. They wanted to finish the report. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as they stayed at home to finish the report. Example 14. She turned on the radio. She wanted to hear that program. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as she turned on the radio to hear that program. Example 15. I'm going to open that window. I want to get some fresh air. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as I'm going to open that window to get some fresh air. Example 16. They have taken an examination. They want to qualify for it. Now both of these can be combined into one single statement as they have taken an examination to qualify for it. Now here are a few more similar kind of examples. Example 1. He wants to go with them. He changed his plans. Now both of these statements can be combined together to form one sentence that would be he has changed his plans in order to go with them. Example 2. They want to open the box. They are using a knife. Now both of these can be combined to form a single sentence that would be they're using a knife in order to open the box. Example 3. You want to attend it. You must make a reservation. Now both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence that would be you must make a reservation in order to attend it. Example 4. He wanted to get a raise. He had to study accounting. Now both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence that would be he had to study accounting in order to get a raise. Example 5. They wanted to get there on time. They drove very fast. Now both of these can be combined together to form one single sentence that would be they drove very fast in order to get there on time. Example 6. Mary wants to please them. Mary will do anything. Now both of these can be combined together to form one single sentence that would be Mary will do anything in order to please them. Example 7. I wanted to hear the man. I turned down the radio. Now both of these can be combined together to form one sentence that would be I turned down the radio in order to hear the man. Example 8. He wants to save money. He does his own cooking. Now both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence. He does his own cooking in order to save money. Example 9. We wanted to surprise them. We kept everything a secret. Now both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence that would be we kept everything a secret in order to surprise them. Example 10. John wants to go to college. John must save his money. Now both of them can be combined to form a single sentence as John must save his money in order to go to college. Example 11. We wanted to see the parade. We went downtown early. Now, both of them can be combined together to form a sentence. We went downtown early in order to see the parade. Example 12. I wanted to get more information. I went to the library. Now, both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence, that is, I went to the library in order to get more information. Example 13. She wants to go to Europe. She plans to quit her job. Now, both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence, that's, she plans to quit her job in order to go to Europe. Example 14. I want to finish all the work. I must start quite early. Now, both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence, that's, I must start quite early in order to finish all the work. Example 15. He wanted to improve his English. He practiced daily. Now, both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence, that's, he practiced daily in order to improve his English. Example 16. I wanted to get his address. I had to write to his mother. Now, both of these can be combined together to form a single sentence, that's, I had to write to his mother in order to get his address. Now, here are a few sample conversations with infinitive versus Gerard. Do you enjoy writing letters? No. I put off writing letters whenever possible. Do you also postpone writing reports? Unfortunately, I do. Why did they refuse to give you the information? They probably don't wish to reveal their plans yet. Did they seem to want to help us? Yes. In fact, they even offered to. Have you finished writing the report? I expected to complete it in an hour or so. Don't stop working because of me. I won't. I've resolved to finish it today. Have you practiced using the new words and sentences? No. I'm afraid we have failed to do that. I strongly advise practicing that way. The teacher suggested doing it that way too. What has Paul finally decided to become? I think he's considering becoming a lawyer. Where does he intend to go to school? So far, he has avoided making that decision. Now, here are a few examples where we shall learn how to make a question of a given statement. Example 1. We hoped to see that. Now we can form a question with this, that is, what did you hope to see? Example 2. We considered seeing that. Now we can make a question of this, that is, what did you consider seeing? Example 3. We offered to see that. Now we can make a question out of this, that would be, what did you offer to see? Example 4. We discussed seeing that. Now we can form a question, that is, what did you discuss seeing? Example 5. We wished to see that. Now we can form a question out of this, that would be, what did you wish to see? Example 6. We appreciated seeing that. Now we can form a question, that would be, what did you appreciate seeing? Example 7. We planned to see that. Now we can form a question that would be, what did you plan to see? Example 8. We failed to see that. The question would be, what did you fail to see? Example 9. We favored seeing that. Now the question would be, what did you favor seeing? Example 10. We postponed seeing that. Now the question would be, what did you postpone seeing? Example 11. We resolved to see that. The question would be, what did you resolve to see? Example 12. We stopped seeing that. The question would be, what did you stop seeing? Example 13. We demanded to see that. The question would be, what did you demand to see? Example 14. We kept on seeing that. The question would be, what did you kept on seeing? Example 15. We forgot to see that. The question would be, what did you forgot to see? Example 16. We pretended to see that. The question would be, what did you pretend to see? Now here are a few examples where we shall learn how to form a question out of one single word, or in other words, when we are given a word, how to form a question using that. Example 1, the word given to us is postpone. Now we have to form a question related to postpone. The question could be, what did you postpone seeing? Now do remember that these examples are just how you can make a question. It's not like it's only one question you can form. You can form many questions, but it's just an example for the explanation. Example 2, the word given is demand. Now we can form a question that is, what did you demand to see? Example 3, the word given to us is plan. Now we can form a question that's, what did you plan to see? Example 4, fail. Now we can form a question, what did you fail to see? Example 5, favor. Now we can form a question, what did you favor seeing? Example 6, consider. Now we can form a question, what did you consider seeing? Example 7, resolve. Now we can form a question, what did you resolve to see? Example 8, the word given to us is offer. Now we can form a question, what did you offer to see? Example 9, pretend. Now we could form a question that would be, what did you pretend to see? Example 10, hope. The question can be, what did you hope to see? Example 11, discuss. The question could be, what did you discuss seeing? Example 12, appreciate. The question could be, what did you appreciate seeing? Example 13, the word given to us is stop. The question could be, what did you stop seeing? Example 14, the word given to us is wish. The question that can be formed could be, what did you wish to see? Example 15, the word given to us is forgot. Now the question could be, What did you forget to see? Example 16. The word given to us is keep on. Now the question that could be formed could be, what did you keep on seeing? Now here are a few more sample conversations with infinitive versus grand. When do you plan to leave for Hong Kong? If you have to leave, on the 10th. Why did you put off leaving until the 10th? Well, we need to buy a lot of things before leaving. When do you expect to hear from your friends? I really hesitate even to guess. I advise not worrying about it. I've already made up my mind not to worry. Do you resent having to follow orders? Truthfully, I can't stand taking orders from people. But you shouldn't risk losing your job because of that. I try not to take chances. I can't help worrying about what they'll do. Personally, I don't think they'll dare to do anything. I recall having heard other people say that. We can always force them to stop complaining. Did you warn your friend not to say anything? I told him it was important that he reveal nothing. I recommend that he even avoid answering any questions. I'll remind him to keep this a strict secret.